Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to Wednesday. How's everybody in the chat? It's good to see you guys showing up in the chat. How's it going? Awesome one. Nice to see you. Why can't I see your first comment? I can see it on YouTube, but I can't see it on eCam. I see you, awesome one. And I see John. Maybe it only shows me a certain number. Is my window too small? No? Weird. Well, anyway, hey, awesome one. Hey, John, how are you guys doing? Hey, Mark's music obsession. Oh, here it is. What the heck are you doing, eCam? Konnichiwa. Awesome one. Mark's music obsession. How are you doing? How's Florida? How's your new system? How's that system going? Hopefully it's, after usually the honeymoon period of opening up something new, you never know how it is like a few days later, your sound system. So I hope it's everything you've imagined it and wanted it to be. And I'm hoping it's like living up to its standards, living up to not statistics. What am I thinking of? Living up to your expectations. That's what I'm thinking of. John is here. John slid in. I saw Comrade Sammy. Hi, can't chat. That's okay. I'm out and about, but I'll be listening in. Awesome. I hope you are feeling better this week. I know last week was a little bit of a rough one for you. So I hope that you're able to shake some of that off over the long weekend, and we're able to start this new week on a better foot. I know I have, because the weather has been a little bit better today. Yesterday was still kind of gloomy, rainy. The weather has been super crazy. Like, it'll downpour for a few minutes, and then the next thing it'll be sunny. I think like Southern California is getting it worse than we are up here, but so yeah. But today is the first day that we weren't supposed to get any rain, so I was very excited about that. And not only that, it's Comic Book Wednesday, so that makes going out when the weather's nice, that makes going out to the comic book store even better. Rocky, did you do many corporate videos like that? Oh, okay, so that is part of the reason why I wanted to come on the stream, was just to talk about it a little bit. I did go to the comic book store today, and to a different comic book store. I didn't go to Amazing Fantasy today. I went to a different comic book store today. It's called Invisible Jet Comics, and it was the next one in line for me to do a promo video for. And the owner, Chris, was there. She's always there. But she was one of the first people that I sent the finished Amazing Fantasy video to say, hey, check it out. I'd love to do this for your store. What do you think? And she responded really quick, and she was like, awesome, I'd love it. And so today I was like, today's the day I'm going to go. I'm going to get some books, and I am also going to film some footage at her store. So I did it, and I just got back from doing that, and it was very fun. It, definitely helpful that it was a nice day. You don't want to film on crappy, gloomy days, because then there's a lot of color correction, and specifically, like, I like to do a shot of the camera kind of going into the store, and to go outside, like from rain into the store, wouldn't have been so good. So anyway, it was like, nice day, Wednesday, let's go film some more. So yes, I did film some footage. Maybe I'll show you guys some of that footage. I can transfer it from my phone. The amazing thing is, like, we can do this all on our phone. It's really crazy. Pensacon is in Pensacola this weekend. I'm thinking of going and check. Is that a comic book convention? Pensacon. Wow, I've never heard of that one. Awesome, you should go. Totally, you should go. Wow, I want to look that up. Oh, cool. You put a link here. Wait, I'm going to look that up. I want to see who is there. Pensacon.com. Let's see. Oh, Andrew Robinson. Is that the artist? Joe Dante, get out. James Marsters, he's always at these charisma. They're always the Buffy alumni. They're always at these conventions. Wait, should I do a? If I do a screen share, hang on, let me see. If I do a screen share, ooh, bloop. No, that should be Safari. Oh, that's why. Oh yeah, can I do that? Ah, okay. Okay, now I'm gonna do it. So let's do a screen share, and then you guys can see what I'm seeing here. So Pensacon. Oh, okay. So this guy, Alessandro Giuliani, I believe he looks like he was on, I think he was on Battlestar Galactica. Andrew Robinson. Oh, no, he's not the artist, Andrew Robinson. These are all actors. Actors or voice. Oh, Arthur Seidem. He is a great artist. Ashley Eckstein is huge. She's the voice of Ahsoka Tano on Star Wars, and she's the owner of heruniverse.com, which they produce a lot of like fan clothing, like fashion clothing for Star Wars and a lot of pop culture stuff. She's actually very nice. I got to meet her in person, and she's super nice, and she's married to a former MLB player. Random fact. Barry Gordon. Oh, okay. Brian Herring. Oh, Brian Herring. I see him on. He's active on X, on social media, and he was the puppeteer for BB-8, among other creations in Star Wars. Butch Hartman. Butch Hartman's the creator of Fairly Odd Parents and Danny Phantom, so he's huge in the animation industry. Wow, these are some decent guests. Charisma Carpenter, she was on Buffy. Oh, Cree Summer, she's a huge voice actress. I guess she canceled. Let's see. I don't see Faison Love. No kidding. That dude. I don't see many artists, but usually when they show guests, they're always talking about the actors because they're the bigger draws than the artists, unfortunately. Garrett Hedlund, he was in Tron Legacy. That dude, what happened to that guy? Gigi Edgley, yeah, she's in Farscape. Griffin Dune. Yeah, they have good. I mean, if your thing is to see actors, then they have a good amount of actors. Let's see. I don't see many artists other than Arthur Seidem. Oh, there's Lou Ferrigno. That dude's always at all the cons. Matthew Lynham, an artist. I don't know that guy. Michael Golden. Wow. That might be worth it, Mark. Michael Golden is one of my top favorite comic book artists of all time. He did the G.I. Joe yearbook. He did the Nam. He's... I have a huge... I can pull it out here. I was going to flip through some comic books with you guys that I picked up today, but I will... He did a Micronauts. Oh, Michael Golden's amazing. However, I did hear... Little Birdie told me that he's not... I mean, I've seen him at cons before. He's not the most warm personality to meet at cons. He's kind of to himself, but I think it's just because he's shy. He's even said that in interviews. But he's one of my favorite artists of all time. He's incredible. So I would go just for Michael Golden. Patrick Broderick, he's a good artist. Phil Lamar. Wow, he's great. Voice of Samurai Jack. So yeah, and then who's this guy down here? It just says artist. Why is that not showing? Oh, there, Roland Paris. Oh, okay, whoops, it was my window. Ron Perlman? Ron Perlman's awesome. He's an awesome actor. Taylor Gray. Oh, he's the voice of one of the characters in Star Wars Rebels, Clone Wars. Oh, no, Rebels, I mean. Vanessa Marshall, she's on Rebel. Okay, a lot of the Rebels guys are here. All right. Well, it depends, Mark. It depends on what you're into, but it seems like a decent convention. Wow, that's awesome. Let's see. Let me go back to here. Yeah, cool. Awesome. All right. I think I'm behind now. Let's see. Shout out to Comrade Sammy and no Rocky, not on the bus. Gotcha. That new piece of the system has done very well. I enjoy trying some new items every so often with the permanent base system. That is my favorite of the 4 I have running now. Awesome. That's great. Yeah, you never want to buy something. There have been definitely tech stuff that I've bought that I'm like, the hype was so high and I got it, and by the time I got it, I was like, well, oh wait. Sorry. Whoa. Bleh. What are we? Sorry, guys. Wow, that was an ugly view you guys were watching. Yeah, so what I was saying is like, yeah, sometimes I'll buy things that the hype is so high, and then by the time I get it, I'm just like, and then it's like, it's all right, it's okay. And then you've spent all this money and you've been waiting all this time. Actually, I use a little like handheld. It's like a gimbal. I don't know if you guys know what a gimbal is, but it's basically like not a tripod, but this handheld device that has balance in it. So it's for cameras, but they have them for iPhones too, or mobile phones. And so I have my phone in it, and it gives kind of a nice smooth feel to like when you're moving around. So it's not so herky jerky. And so I got it, and there was a lot of hype behind that. And then every now and then it'll like freak out and it'll lose balance and my camera will go flying everywhere. And I'm really bummed out about that particular item didn't live up to the hype. Your last is confusing meant for us. Oh, I think Mark was talking about so he reviewed a system on his own YouTube channel. And I think that's what he's talking about in the previous comment, John. R.I.P. Shant, he should be here by now. That's okay. I was texting Shant the other day. Shant and I are hopefully going to do a stream together where we're talking. I don't know if I want to, should I reveal it? But basically there's a old piece of pop culture, without being too vague, that we were just reminiscing over. And then we were like, we should totally like do a stream where we're like watching and talking, because it's not that long, but it's really cool and it brings out a lot of memories. So I would love to do that with Shant. So we've been talking about it, and hopefully we can schedule it soon. But yeah, that man's busy. Yeah, he asked about the sound system. Yep. You guys are on it. I don't see the comment Rocky has pulled up of yours right now. Why is that old? I don't know. You guys, this is the typical, you got to expect it now from my streams. The typical tech weirdness. That was from a different stream. Oh, geez. Sorry. Hello, by the way, Rocky. Yes, I'm doing a little better. Slowly but surely progressing. Got some sleep in these last. That's huge. Sleep is huge. I remember talking to my therapist once, and we were just talking about like whatever, like different things you struggle with and wrestle with. And he was like, are you getting sleep? Are you getting exercise? And it's really huge to physically, give your body rest so that mentally and emotionally you can catch up, because this is the whole reason why, like, not to go dark, but this is the whole reason why, like, why when they torture people, they like make them sleep deprived, or, they don't feed them well or whatever, because once your physical body is not 100%, your emotional state and your mental state will follow quickly. But I'm glad to hear that, Comrade Sammy. Continue to take care of yourself. Treat yourself, as they say. Totally side comment, but one of the conversations I had with Shant, he was, I 100% blame him, but basically he was showing me or telling me about this graphic novel omnibus that came out, which I kind of knew about, but he bought it himself. And then he just started sending me screenshots of it. And he was like, do you have this? And I was like, no. And every screenshot he sent was like better and better and better. And I was so upset because I knew I had to buy it after seeing all the screenshots. And so at the end of it, I ended up buying it. It wasn't cheap. Ended up buying it because it's so good. And I won't say anything more about it because I will probably do an unboxing with you guys on it and show it to you because it's amazing. But anyway, once I bought it from this website called, I think it's cheapgraphicnovels.com or something like that. And when you get it, it sends you a confirmation email and it said, "Good job on treating your shelf." Treat your shelf. That's their theme. So treat your shelf, Comrade Sammy. Today's Wednesday. New comic book days. I know of a gimbal. That is about it, though. I think the gimbal, camera gimbals, I think are spelled Gimbal. Different. Partners in crime is hard solo. LOL, I'm doing all right. Glad to hear. Be better. Praise God. Hey, Mr. Monkey Boy. Nice emoji where it doesn't say good vibes. That's a good one. There it is. Good vibes. Speak of the devil. Good vibes, good vibes. All right. Everybody's saying hey to Mr. Monkey Boy. No problem, yo. Okay, cool. So, it was just the day to go to the comic book store, film some footage. Like I said, maybe I will show you guys some of the raw footage. That'd be kind of cool. And also, though, so I picked up a couple books today, and I don't like to review books. For those of you who watch the My Wednesday Comics videos that I post, I don't tend to so for example, if I buy issue 1 of a series, I don't tend to like to review issue 2 and issue 3 every week or whatever, because I feel like I'm kind of rehashing the same things that I either like or don't like about the book for the most part. Unless they have something totally different or something surprising, will I review it. So for example, last week I reviewed Transformers #5, and I've been picking up that book every month that it comes out. But I just felt like, I got to talk about this book because it's been so good. That whole series has been so good. If you guys have not picked it up, I recommend it. Or you're looking for a book, I recommend the Transformers Energon Universe series that is written and drawn by Daniel Warren Johnson. It's very fun. And it's one of the few books in recent times that I get excited when I see it on the rack, which is, that's how I used to collect comics. And then as I got older and kind of fell off of it and comics changed, I would pick up a book every now and then. I'm like, oh, that looks cool. But I was never excited about, when's the new issue coming out? This book, Transformers, is one of those. So I'm all about promoting it because it's so cool. And then Daniel Warren Johnson himself is active on social media. Seems like a fun guy, like a super chill, cool guy, no air about him. He's just this is what I do and this is what I love, like a true fan of what he's doing. And he's very talented, very fast, and one of the best artists out there right now. And he's just putting out so much work. So just to see him succeed, see people love his work, I'm all about promoting him more. So I recommend you guys check out his YouTube channel. I've mentioned it before, but he does Friday night with dubs, I think is what he calls it, on his own YouTube channel. And on Fridays, he'll just stream, and he's drawing on stream. And it's amazing to watch because he's like a rock star a little bit, like a rock and roll star. And he just he's really messy and attacks the page, use old markers, and you can see it in his work. And it's got a lot of energy, and it's super fun. So yeah, going back to what I was saying originally, I don't tend to review the same books or similar books every week if it's part of a series. And so the 2 books that I picked up this week are part of ongoing series that I've already reviewed and talked about. So then I was like, do I want to do the pre-recorded video on it? And then I filmed that footage, made myself an iced coffee. The weather was nice. I was like, I'll just stream and maybe I'll talk about the books on stream and then think of something different to do a recorded video, which is a whole other thing. But so yeah, that's what I was planning on doing. Let's see, catching up here. Did you touch grass while you're out and about? Great, because you have to go solo again. A fungi, how cool. Dale Keown can't decide if he is a comic artist or a rock star either. Yeah, you see that combo. I guess it's just the artistes, but you do see that combo of like musicians slash comic book artists or drawn artists. Hey, Cranberry Langers, how you doing? I don't think I've talked to you live stream in a while, but so it's good to see you. Welcome. All right, so let me show you guys the books. The books that, let me get my keyboard out of here. The books that I picked up today, just two books. Let's see, which one should I look at first? I think this one. I haven't looked at these actually. Hey, look, John. I brought the mixed nuts. Huh? I'm actually really full, but because you talked about it, I was like, maybe I'll get some. There they are, and that's right. There are mixed nuts. Wow, why does that comment look so small? It's funny because the way Ecamm is, I love it. It's a great program. If you guys ever start streaming, I recommend Ecamm, especially if you have a Mac. But sometimes it, like, oh, wait, maybe, did I pick the right one? Yeah, dynamic. Like from scene to scene, as I change scenes, some of the settings flip around. It's a little crazy. I gotta learn it a little bit better. But so then the way that the comments displayed on one scene might be different than another scene, and shouldn't be the way that I've set it up, but it happens because it's me. Saying hello, Cranberry. Everybody's saying hello to Cranberry because you added a feed, maybe? Maybe. Everybody? I was just eating some trail mix. Nice. This mix is from, if you guys have Trader Joe's in your area, this is from Trader Joe's. It's like I think their standard trail, or maybe it's like their sweet and salty trail mix. I can't remember. I love sweet and salty combos. And this one's a good one. They've got bits of dark chocolate, white chocolate, regular peanuts, raisins. I know they have some cashews in here. I don't think I have any in this bowl. Cranberries. Cranberries. They do not have langers, though, but they do have cranberries. Yeah. Sup. Gotta go again. No problem, Comrade Sammy. Feel free to wander in and out. Got to go. Got it. Well, if we don't see you for the rest of the stream, have a good day. Touch more grass. Feel better. I thought we were the mixed nuts. You guys are. You are. It's the running theme. You guys are also kind of salty and kind of sweet. Drive by Comrade Sammy. I have a spicy trail mix. Those are really good too. I think I'm going to have to go look for some. I'm pretty sure Trader Joe's has like 20 different trail mixes. It's very granola-ish, fruity. Cranberries are delicious. Row, 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 you're rocky. Okay. Awesome one's back. We got a konnichiwa and a row, 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 yaraki. Perfect. All right, so this book, let me see, I'll flip to full screen here. This book, Cobra Commander, I talked about the first one. This issue 2 came out. Wait, we have a conversation here. Very important. See, look, the comment is so tiny. Why does it do that? I don't like that. Ooh. Let me just adjust this live. I'm sure that's, you guys really want to see that. Oh, man. I'm sure all the big streamers They do this all the time. Adjust it live, right? I'm not the only one, right? Look, I can make your profile picture a little smaller there. Okay. I also have trail mix with cranberries. They're fantastic. Yes, it's a good combo. Absolutely good combo. I was watching Vaughn fail badly playing Final Fantasy. I think playing video games, and I'm not a big gamer by any means, playing video games and streaming would stress me out. That's just like drawing and streaming, which I'm going to do it, guys. And you guys are all going to be there to witness me do it. Draw live, actually. But I just haven't found the right night to do it. I have the setup and everything, but I just haven't had the right night. I've been kind of busy. But I'm going to do it. But yeah, I think gaming and streaming would freak me out. I want to see some more comment sizes being adjusted. Okay, noted. I will. You know, I can do kind of cool things like this. Like we can do that. I can make it more. Maybe I should do that just for this window, huh? Just for the fun of it. There we go. See? This is made to order streaming for you guys. Cobra Commander. Sorry for the glare a little bit. Let me see if I can reduce that. Cobra Commander, out of all the books that have coming out in the Energon universe, Cobra Commander is probably my least favorite, and that's not to say it's bad by any means. I just like the other books a lot more, like Transformers, Duke. But this one's exciting because the Dreadnoks are in this one, which is what's going on here. Like, that's an awesome picture. That's scary. Dreadnoks were always kind of comical in the cartoon, so it's kind of cool to see them really frightening here. You should game and stream. Nah, I couldn't. One, I'm not a gamer. And two, that just sounds stressful. Like, I know it's huge. Like, my son's watching gaming streams all the time, and one of his buddies, who actually popped up into one of my live streams, he does it all the time too. And I know it's a thing, but it's just, I don't know. I don't get it. I guess because I'm not a gamer. It actually looks good, less of the book being covered. Yeah, there we go. See, made to order. You guys are keeping me honest. But let's see. Ooh, that's awesome. Oh, should I put on some background music like I did last time? Where is my background music? I had to make sure I turned off my laundry before you guys got on. Let's see. Oh, there we go. I'll lower it a little bit. Because you could hear the clacking and clicking. My office is kind of next to the laundry room for us. So watching people who are bad at gaming play games is one of the most entertaining things. Yeah, I think if you get people with really fun reactions too, like they scream. Who's that famous? There's a famous YouTube clip. Leroy Jenkins. You guys ever seen that clip? If you guys have not seen that, you should look up Leroy Jenkins. Because that was one of the funniest things. And that was before like YouTube was really a thing, or like viral clips were really a thing. I remember watching that over and over and over and over again at work because we just kept laughing. Just turn on the cat. My cat. If I could move my camera. My cat's over there. He's sleeping, cleaning himself. Cool lettering pack. Yeah, that's awesome. Daniel Warren Johnson on Transformers. He does great lettering stuff. So then here's like Cobra Commander. He was like this in the previous issue, in this like fedora, and as if he's not obvious with his bright metal mask. This is funny. This little kid sticking his tongue out. Awesome one says, I'm cooking couscous and ripping the flesh from the bones of the chicken. You're a cook. I've heard you mention cooking a number of times. That sounds awesome. My wife, anytime there's chicken on the bone, like we'll go to Costco and buy one of those like pre-cooked chickens, which are very good and yummy, but we can never finish them all in one sitting. So oftentimes we're like, well, what can we do with the chicken? We can put it in soup, or we can make chicken salad or whatever, but she hates peeling off the chicken from the bone. And so she always gives it to me to do. And by that time, it's like the leftover chicken has been refrigerated for a night or two, and then I have to do it the next day, and it's so cold and like semi-gelatinous. It's really gross. But somebody's got to do it. My fingers will now rip and my ears will listen. All right, awesome. If the chicken is cooked, I think I can swallow doing that easier than if it's not cooked. Wow, this weird snake character, is this her? Oh no, this is from her stomach. Oh no, what is going on here? See, I don't know that much about, my knowledge of G.I. Joe isn't super deep. I was more of like Transformers and Star Wars and all that, but I love G.I. Joe, but I didn't like I didn't collect the figures like I did like He-Man. I collected a lot of those figures. I actually found them. If you guys remember, I did a stream where I was going through a lot of the old comic books that I got from my old home in storage. I also found all of my He-Man toys, and I had pretty much all of them, and they still were in storage. I gave them to my nephew to sell them at his local comic book store because there's nothing, I can't do anything with them. But that was my toy jam was He-Man. So yeah, I don't know what is going on here. It's kind of frightening though. Any kind of tentacly, teethy kind of creature that comes from somebody's hands or stomach or whatever. It's frightening. Cooked from Kroger. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's a little better. And like I said, I find it's better when it's not cold to pull the meat off of it. I'm not totally reading what's going on, but it seems like Cobra Commander, I don't know who these people are. I guess he's meeting some sort of guy in the... Wow. Yikes. That's one thing with these books is they're not pulling any punches when it comes to violence and people dying, obviously. How about that lettering? Crack a splat. Rip. You think he ripped the dude's... Wow. He ripped the guy's arms off and headbutted him at the same time and just mashed his skull. That's brutal. Wow, I saw some yesterday. He-Man toys. Yes. They were great. I loved that cartoon, and I had to have all the toys. My parents, I guess, spoiled me enough to let me get all the toys. So yeah, I collected all those toys for the most part. Anytime a new toy would come out, I would get it. And I think at the time those toys cost like $3.99 or something like that for a He-Man toy, which they're decent size, if you guys can imagine. So yeah, I don't know how much my nephew will get for those toys, but I can imagine he'll get a decent amount of money because I had a lot of them. Had Castle Grayskull and Snake Mountain and a lot of the vehicles. Here comes the Dreadlocks. I don't know what is going on. I gotta sit down and read, but it looks very violent and very cool. Buzzer and Ripper are fighting Cobra Commander. Oh, Zarana? Oh, okay. This is cool. This issue is way better than issue 1, and granted they had to like set up stuff in issue 1, but this issue looks like a lot's going on. Cobra versus Gators. Alright. Aha, issue 3 already. So speaking of Cobra Commander, the other book that I picked up, oh, this is another book I'm reading, Void Rivals, which is like a prelude precursor to the whole Energon universe thing. And Robert Kirkman, the creator of Walking Dead, sorry for that glare, The Walking Dead, is writing it. And that's pretty cool. That's a cool book. This is Duke. And Baroness is going to be coming in issue 3, which is very excited. She's a fan favorite character. And then this is the last issue of Transformers that Daniel Warren Johnson is working on. And then he'll just continue writing it. But this is the last one he's doing the art for. And I can't wait. They've got a new artist on for 7, starting on issue 7. I'm a little nervous about that just because Daniel Warren Johnson has been killing it. So it's hard to think of somebody replacing him, but hopefully it'll be okay. So yeah, speaking of Cobra Commander, in his own book, I just noticed that Buzzer is like chainsawing his face. In this book, he's always in his metal helmet. But I'll show you. The other book I got was GIJOE, A Real American Hero, number 304 came out. And I've been very much liking this book too. I hate gelatinous chicken, least favorite food to prep. Cool pages and colors. Cool. Ouch. Yep, there's some stuff going on. Probably worth a good amount. I hope so. I mean, they're not in the greatest. They're in decent condition, and actually still had a lot of the accessories and parts all happen to be together. So I hope so. And I don't know. There's not that many stores. Like, I don't know that many stores, at least in San Francisco, that buy used toys like that. You will find very few, or a select few amount of stores anywhere that kind of resell old toys that are not in their packages and blah, blah, blah. But there is a particular store near where my nephew lives in Texas that's one of their main things they do is resell old toys. So that's why I left them with him, because I'm like, if anybody's going to make money off of this, it's going to be you selling to the store. Because me selling them like on eBay, I know I talked to you guys a little bit about this last stream about eBay and that whole market. Like, it's awesome if you have the time to do it and the ability to do it, just the patience to do it, but I really don't. Otherwise I'd sell more stuff. Baroness is popular for her personality. Yes, she is. She is such a nice person and such a good role model for comic book readers. Definitely, I always go for Baroness because of her intelligence and good morals. Yeah, she's great. Yeah, this cover's awesome. So, this character... What was this character's name? Do they have that, like, thing in the back again? They don't. Hold on one second. Let me go find it. No crashing of stuff here, John. 1 second, though. I'm going to look for the issue 1. Or no, issue 301. Yeah. Issue 301. I think they had that. There's that ASMR, guys. I think they had that. Yes. So this character, Dawn Moreno. See, I don't know anything about her. I don't know if she's an old character that they're, adding to the story, or if she's a new character that I never knew as a kid. But basically, she looks like Lady Snake Eyes, if I had to summarize her. She's in this book, and I flipped through a little bit of it before the stream started, and she looks awesome. For only her personality. Yeah. And the cat awakens. He actually didn't. No, he's content. And the door is semi-ajar, so I won't get meows unless his brother comes down. But right now, so 3 o'clock West Coast time, 3:13, they're totally like asleep, comatose. They don't bother anything. I can pick them up, I can mess with them, and they don't do anything. But when you get close to 5 o'clock my time, which their feeding time is 6 o'clock, they are so obnoxious. they'll just bug me. They'll fight in front of each other to try and get my attention. They'll yell, they'll meow. So yeah, but 3 o'clock we're good. So what happened at the end of the issue before this one, this is 304, 303, Snake Eyes and Scarlet got attacked, I guess, in their cabin in the woods or whatever. And they basically kicked everybody's butt. But I think something blew up, if I recall. And there he is getting his Snake Eyes gear, which is so exciting. So here she is. Like, that's cool. She's got the ARAH symbol on her chest. That is really cool. I love this artist, Chris Mooneyham. I don't know how long he's going to continue drawing this book, but he's great. Just the coolest versions. Like, this is the kind of stuff you want to see in G.I. Joe. Like the gadgets and the cool characters. And Serpentor is awesome in this. I'm sure all people who visors look like Snake to you, Rocky? Yeah, definitely. That's like the classic, like anytime somebody has the like visor, they're like the coolest character. No banging and clanging off cam. I demand to speak with a manager. I want a refund. I should just have a sound effect I play when I step away. That's like books falling down. Who's inking Mooneyham? Let me check. Yeah, he's doing his own inks. He's the artist. Then this is the colorist, Francesco Segala. I don't know if inking is he's really inking or is he just drawing it digitally. Or I bet you he's drawing it digitally. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. Oh, no glare. Now look how cool that Cobra Commander is. That is amazing. What an amazing drawing. That's so cool. I just love, with all these properties like He-Man and G.I. Joe and even Transformers, how the characters have different, like that's a formula for their success. They have different modes or different costumes. And Cobra Commander has his. He's the coolest looking. And there's that girl. I love the art in this book, and the colors are fun. This is fun. So it's a catastrophe with them then. Yes. You would say it's I was gonna say sometimes they're catatonic. Oh wait. Wasn't that loud, but if I make it louder, then the music will get louder. I like the lighting. Yeah, it's awesome. It's really dramatic and kind of cinematic. Before you ask, it is grilled chicken penne Alfredo. Dinner? That sounds tasty. That does sound tasty. Everybody, John, serve it up, man. Grilled chicken penne Alfredo. You put cream, chicken pasta. There's nothing you can do wrong. Today I'm going to be cooking. I'm going to be using an air fryer. Do any of you guys have an air fryer? My wife and I swear by the air fryer. It makes it so easy. I am not a cook by any means, any stretch of the imagination. But ever since we got the air fryer, it has broadened my ability, you can kind of say, of what I can cook. And now I usually just air fry anything and it comes out great. So today I'm going to be air frying some pork belly, I think. So yeah, we'll try that. It's the first time I did that, but it's already been prepped at the store that we can just buy it already seasoned. And you just got to cook it. So Cobra Commander does look good in that. Yeah, he looks awesome. Hey, Comrade Sammy, back again. Hello, hello. I think it is digital. I see some artifacting. Yeah, probably. I'm guessing you're right. They do kind of do this interesting thing on the coloring. I don't think you guys can see it. I don't think I can even zoom in enough that you can see it. Let me try. Whoop. It's a little close. Sorry, hopefully I didn't make you guys sick by doing that so fast. Yeah, you can barely see it, but there's actually like, and I don't think this is just a printing thing. I think this is like a layer or a texture that they put on, but you can see like the dot, kind of like a Zipatone a little bit on here, but it's colored, so it's not so strong as like black and white Zipatone or gray Zipatone. But that's in the colors. So yeah, the coloring process kind of plays into the look of it, this like semi-vintage look to it. That's awesome. Look at this. Like, this is so cool. I don't know what's going on or why they're wearing these like spy visor kind of things, but look, she's awesome. She's totally snake eyesing it right now. Oh my gosh, I just heard my cat snore. He might be hearing it. I think it is digital. I see some. It is dinner and tasty. Nice. Catatonic. Yep. Hi, bye. I don't have one, but I wanted one air fryer. I recommend it. When we send our kids to college, we're going to send them with air fryers because it's, well, if they're allowed in the dorms, but they are so easy and you can rarely screw it up. And it doesn't, like, you don't need a lot of oil, just a little like, I use just a little like spray oil, spray olive oil or spray canola oil or whatever. And then we've cooked almost everything in there, like steaks. You can do chicken for sure. You can do fry. You can make like homemade fries. You can do dumplings. You can do, I do a mean Brussels sprouts recipe that's air fried. You can do green beans. Chicken wings are so good in an air fryer. And then you don't have all the like oil mess, you know, like when you deep fry stuff. So yeah, I recommend it highly. And they're relatively affordable too. But they just make you, they give you the ability to cook more than if you're not like one of those hardcore cooks. R.I.P. chicken, yum chicken. Nice. So you took care of that, took care of business. Gotta go, Comrade Sammy, no problem. Like stippling, kind of, but it's digital. Well, it's like a set pattern. It's not like hand stippling. It's like a total like Zipatone, you know, it's like a printed set pattern. They even have it here. Yeah, I don't think you guys can see it. Let me try and zoom in on that. And this texture here. Yeah, you can't see it. My the camera can't zoom in. It's like it's gone past the like actual lens. If I had a better camera, a better web camera. But yeah, you can even see it in the coloring here, that pattern. It's cool though. It adds a nice touch to it. Wow, look at it. Zartan's in. This is awesome. I'm so excited to read these. Well, it's cool. That's a cool Sandy Kubert. That's a cool Cobra Commander. Fun stuff. So yeah, these are good books, guys. If you have any interest in G.I. Joe or Transformers, they're doing it. They're doing a good job. And so it's been 4 books for G.I. Joe right now. Number 2 of Cobra Commander, issue 2 came out, so 2 of those books. Duke has 3 books out. Oh no, 2 just came out. 3rd one's coming out. And then Transformers already has 5. Void Rivals has 6. So yeah, it's a good amount of stuff. I'm sure some trades are coming out already. Well, will be coming out already for those books. So if you want to get the trade, it'll be cool. No hangnails like someone we know. Oh, I always wondered that, like, when you do stuff like this, you gotta be careful. Like, your nails are cut, you know, dirt under the nails and hangnails. So need some lotion. They like to put on the lotion. Why do I get a vision of Comrade Sammy playing outfield? She's tagging in and out. That's amazing. Back to Num Nums. I have a George Foreman. Oh, okay. So that's like, yeah, that was like the precursor. I used to have a George Foreman grill. That was like the precursor to air fryers. We would always make grilled cheeses on the George Foreman, and that's about. Sometimes we do chicken, but we do grilled cheeses on that, and those turned out great. I don't know if you could do a grilled cheese on an air fryer. I don't think so. I'll have to look that up. But if you look up recipes, you just say whatever. Brussels sprouts, air fryer. There's bound to be a recipe out there. Yeah, fun, right? Fun books. These Japanese sweet potatoes are white. Oh, I love Japanese sweet potatoes. I love them better than regular sweet potatoes. And we cook those pretty easily. We just wrap them up. This is turning into a cooking show or a food show. But we wrap those up in, what I'll do is I'll wrap those up in aluminum foil and then just bake them for an hour. And then just slice them up, put a little butter. But I like the Japanese ones a lot. Those are very good. Funny. No bacon on the George Foreman. No. I've never done bacon on the George Foreman grill. Actually, I don't have a George Foreman grill anymore. We got rid of it, but I've never done bacon on that. Instapot is also great. Yes. I always feel like my wife uses the Instapot. I'm not that adventurous with Instapot, and so those scare me because I always feel like they can blow up like a bomb if I do it wrong. I do use crock pots every now and then, so crock pot's all right. But yeah, Instapot, I just leave that to my wife. She'll do like stews or soups in there. But yeah, I always feel like, because the way that you latch it on, you know, it's kind of like this pressure lock. It always feels like a bomb to me. And I'm afraid if I don't do it the right way and I hit start, it's going to blow up in my face and kill me. Maybe I read an article or maybe like an urban legend of somebody like dying or blowing up the Instapot. So who knows? All right, let's see. What was I going to say? Oh, I know. Mark's Music Obsession. Are you still there? Because if you are, I'll show you some Michael Golden stuff. Okay, cue books falling on me noise, because I'm going to go get it. It's going to do a stream. What should I do? Oh, okay. Well, I don't want to give away. All right, I know. I don't want to give away too much because I think I'm going to do a specific stream. Maybe I should do that for my Wednesday. I don't know what I'm going to do for my Wednesday comics video tonight. Maybe I should do Michael Golden. Maybe I should do Michael Golden tonight. That would be cool. But should I do Michael Golden? But then if I'm showing some of his stuff now, well, let's see. So the reason I was just talking, Mark's Music Obsession is thinking of going to Pensacon, and Michael Golden's a guest there, so that's this weekend. Maybe I'll do a Michael Golden video about Michael Golden tonight. Thanks to the chat. So then, should I show you guys some stuff? Because I have enough to show of Michael Golden if I do a stream and still show you guys this stuff. Okay, I'll show you some of this stuff, and then if I have to repeat myself, it's okay. Maybe I will do a Michael Golden stream. Stay tuned. All right, this is one of my favorite Michael Golden's things. Oh! This is great because we're just talking about G.I. Joe. And arguably, this is the best G.I. Joe artwork ever. This is one of Jordan Peterson's streams where he talks about what he cooks and eats. I guess, you know what's funny? As I think about it, I think ultimately live streaming and the chat is about connection, right? Connection and just relating to one another on common themes or common interests. And so that's why a lot of these streams, I know Shantz does, and I know a few other streams that I watch, they kind of just organically evolve into talking about food because everybody can relate to food. So those kind of common themes, no matter what the channel is about, come across. And then maybe most of you guys are already heading into dinner. I just finished lunch a couple hours ago, so I'm not really thinking about food, but maybe you guys are in a different time zone where it's dinner time, and so food is on the brain. Give me a good mac and cheese. There are a few restaurants here in the Bay Area that they just focus, or they just have mac and cheese. And they put all sorts of interesting things in the mac and cheese. And it's very, very good. Not for the lactose intolerant, though. The pressure lock has got your protection. Oops, sorry. If it's cracked, the steam just escapes. And your rice dries out faster. Okay. If you say so, I feel like I would be like, oh, okay, it's there for my protection. And then cut to a shot of my house like exploding. Teaser time. Pensacola-Con. Yes, that's the one that Mark's Music Obsession was talking about. He said he might go. And we were just looking at the guest list, and Michael Golden's one of them. But it seems like a pretty cool con. I would go if it was nearby. Can't decide if your Japanese white thing was racisms or not. Probably. Probably. It is not Instapot. I've been corrected. It is Instant Pot. Really? Seriously? Wait. Are you sure, John? Is that one of those things where we think Instapot? Instant Pot. You're right. My mind is blown. Then where did we get the Instapot? Where did everybody get the Instapot from? That's disappointing in the human race, but also my mind is blown that it's been Instant Pot. I guess Instant Pot is a very hard thing to say 5 times fast. I could if I said it was yellow inside. Yeah, it could. It could be racist. Rocky is in a pressure cooker when using an Instant Pot. Yeah. See, it doesn't roll off the tongue. Instapot. What if we create something called an Instapot? Because everybody thinks of Instapot as what it is named anyway. I'd be a millionaire. That and Shant likes pound cake. I don't think I've seen him eat pound cake on his stream or talk about pound cake on his stream recently. I remember it was a thing for him early on. Some early on streams, but yeah, he hasn't talked about it recently. But pound cake is good. Ribs and country fried steak. Man, I was away for a few minutes. What did I miss? Well, funny you should ask. We were just talking about, I'm just about to show some Michael Golden stuff if you're interested, Mark. This is the guy that's going to show up at Pensacon. Krispy Kreme. Wait, let me get through these food things first and then I'll start flipping through. It does. My house hasn't exploded yet, but unfortunately the steam release is messed up, so all my rice gets dry now. Oh, I wonder if it's that little like, is it that little like cap, that like heavy metal cap that like hisses? Do you need to get a new one? You're thinking of 1,000 Ways to Die. A blender blade shot out like a throwing star and killed the dude. Do you guys remember those videos? I remember they were all the rage, like when I was in high school, of like Many Faces of Death. I never watched any of them, but everybody would always talk about it. I'm too queasy to watch stuff like that. But yeah, those are a big thing. I used to call it Instapot too. I think everybody calls it Instamot. So where did we get that from? Why is that like a collective mistake? Maybe one of the early ones had a smaller size, so they contracted Instant Pot. Oh, like the name? Like they made it shorter because they couldn't fit it on the label. Maybe. Everyone makes up words to remember things. Yeah. I was just listening to, I think I'd mentioned last stream, was listening to a lot of Michael Jackson music, and I remember those lyrics. Some of those lyrics was like, what was he thinking? And you would remember it a certain way, but it wasn't anything that he was talking about. It wasn't like the correct lyrics. He came up with all sorts of made up words. Not recently. His wife probably got after him about pound cake and Sprite addiction. I mean, if you know Shanth, and I know that Lauren does, it would be futile for her to try and stop him from doing or eating stuff that's bad for him. There was one time he came and visited me and a friend here in San Francisco shortly after graduation. Maybe it was a few years later. But all he drank was Coke. And that's all he wanted for his fridge where he was staying was just Coke. It was just Coke. He's like, do we got the Cokes? Like, that's all he cared about. Wasn't any of the food. San Francisco's kind of a food town. We're like, oh, we'll take you here. He's like, nah, they have Coke? And he just drank Coke all the time. The chicken penne Alfredo was better reheated. That makes sense. That makes sense. Saxophone music. Is that... You want me to change it? Is that my background music? I think this was the song that people didn't really like. They said it made them sleepy. Was it this one? Or was it this one? I think it was this one. Let me try this one. This one. This one kind of... This one's alright. It's the little cap. Yeah. That like heavy... Yeah, that heavy metal thing. Michael Bolton con sex... Is Michael Bolton still a thing? Do people even know who Michael Bolton is anymore? Kenny G? He's the other dude. Those guys. They had mad hair and like Muzak up the wazoo. It makes sense that the chicken penne Alfredo is better after the flavors sink into the noodles better. Yeah, it's true. Sometimes food like Alfredo tastes better a few days later when it kind of absorbs into the pasta. Just have to go to go from now on. Instant Pot Instant is a well-known brand of kitchen and home appliances. Oh, okay. So maybe there's just like they had other stuff that was instant, whatever, and then the Instant Pot came later. But everybody calls it Instapot, which is arguably a better name. Had a roommate who lived on Mountain Dew. I can never get into Mountain Dew. Dr. Pepper's my jam. I love Coke, but I don't drink that much soda anyway. But if I do, I'll either get Coke or, Dr. Pepper or sometimes root beer. Shant is addicted to the pound. There's several songs I created better lyrics in my head for than the actual lyrics. So it's true. Or what we think is better. There was one what's that one song? This one Michael Jackson song where he was basically like ragging on this DA in LA who was bringing charges against him when all the stuff in the news, all the like court allegations were going on. But he changed the name slightly, but it sounded totally like the guy's name, but he just changed a couple letters. And I remember hearing that song and I was like, oh yeah, I remember that song, but I didn't ever know it was about that. And so I don't know what kind of lyrics I was remembering, but it wasn't what he was talking about. I had a soda a day. Now I limit it to eating out and weekends. That's probably a good thing. I'm sure you're aware of or have seen those experiments where they show how much sugar is in like a can of soda. It's scary. I wonder if Comrade Sammy's up to bat now. I think she just hit a bloop single and moved the bases forward. Michael Bolton was in Captain Jack Sparrow. The Pirates movie? Was he? You said you were going to go see Michael Bolton instead of the artist. Or maybe it was... Wait. Did I say Michael Bolton? I meant Michael Golden. Not Michael Bolton. That's a big difference. Okay, Michael Golden, let's go. Let's look. Let me show Mark first so that he knows who Michael Golden is. If you don't already, maybe you do. I can just talk about the chat all day, but I was supposed to show you guys Michael Golden. All right. This is Michael Golden, Mark's music obsession. He, like I said, he drew arguably the best form of G.I. Joe, in my opinion. And why is because, one, Michael Golden, not Bolton, he can draw technical things incredibly well. I think he has like a photographic memory, kind of like Shanth, where he sees things and he can kind of picture them in space once he looks at it, because he draws technical stuff like vehicles and weapons and like gear like perfectly. So like, look at that. Like, that's awesome. Like that. And that is what makes G.I. Joe so amazing. And then the other thing that Michael Golden does well is he does this perfect combo of like cartooniness and realism. So he has these amazing expressions, but like the character's so real and the anatomy is perfect and all that, but they're so cartoony too at the same time. And as his style evolved, the more he was working in the industry and drawing comics, the more that merging of cartooniness and realism started working really well. And then that's when this book came out. I actually have an artist edition of this book. They call it a folio edition, so it's not actually a book. But if I do Michael Golden for My Wednesday Comics and record a video, I will go over this G.I. Joe yearbook, but I will go over through using the artist edition that you guys will see. And it's awesome. It's so good. It's such a great edition of this. But look how awesome these vehicles are and the action, and it's super exciting. These fun expressions. And so Michael Golden, he influenced a lot of the artists that I grew up with and loved. So like Todd McFarlane was heavily influenced by Michael Golden. Arthur Adams was heavily influenced by Michael Golden. Jason Pearson, another favorite of mine, highly influenced by Michael Golden. So yeah, he's like the artist kind of guy, like everybody who is in comic book art or who are comic book artists, professional comic book artists, knows his stuff. He was really famous for the Micronauts, which is another thing I can show if I do a Michael Golden talk. Oh, wow. This is weird. Why was this in here? This is the comic book store I went to today that I filmed the footage for the next video I'm going to make, Invisible Jet Comics. That's the owner, Chris. Weird. That was kind of weird. that show. That was like a magic trick. Maybe it was Mellow Yellow either way. Yeah, Mellow Yellow, Mountain Dew. I don't know. That post got scrambled for some reason. Which post? Hopefully, let me know. I missed that. I prefer Dr. Pepper, Barks, and Sprite. Yep, I love Dr. Pepper. I love Barks. Sprite. Yeah, if I had to pick a lemon lime drink, I would probably pick that. Cause yeah, I don't like Mountain Dew. I'm not a big like squirt fan. I do like Schweppes Canadian ginger ale. That's really good. Or no, not Canadian Schweppes ginger ale. Not Canada Dry. I don't really drink salt. Yeah, it's probably not a good idea. After all that, Michael Jackson knew of the island before we did. He was protecting the kids. Yep, the Lonely Island song. Was that the Incredible Hulk TV show theme song? No. No? No, I don't think so. Michael Bolton is greater than Michael Golden. I don't know. Michael Golden's top notch. If I had to list my top 5 comic book artists, Michael Golden is up there. Yeah, I'm just looking. I actually have like little post-its on my bulletin board, and I have like of my favorite artists that I always kind of keep going back to, and Michael Golden is up there. So no, I don't agree with that awesome one. I will respectfully disagree with you that Michael Jordan. Nice art. That's dynamic yet very simple. Yep. Yeah, that's Michael Golden. And then the artist who's doing these covers is another one of my like all-time faves, is Michael Zeck. I guess I like all the Michaels. That's true. Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan. I love Michael Jordan. Michael Golden, Michael Zeck. Talk about dynamic He did all the classic G.I. Joe covers. All of these. These are all Mike Zeck. I love that one. I love that one. That one. That one. Classic G.I. Joe stuff. The knots are micro. The knots are micro. This is the tale of Jack Captain Mr. Oh, yes. You guys are talking about the SNL skit. Yes. Now I get it. Thank you, Cranberry Langers. That's where Michael Bolton came in and Captain Jack. Got it. I have some of those Micronaut comics. I have a lot of them. At least I have the ones that all of the ones that Michael Golden drew. And then I also have the artist edition which is a very hard to find book that Michael Golden did. So if I do, I keep saying this, but if I do a Michael Golden post or video tonight, I will show you guys that too. Good illustrations. You mean you actually found the event? That would be awesome if it was so hard to find the store and that's why they called it Invisible Jet Comics. That would be awesome. I think she calls it Invisible Jet Comics because she is a woman. It's a woman-owned business, which is great. It's a great kind of feather in her cap as far as a comic book store in the city. And so I think she likes the character Wonder Woman and hence Invisible Jet Comics. That's my guess. I should have asked her. I like Micronauts. Cool. Yeah, it's cool. At least I only kept up with Micronauts when Michael Golden was drawing it. But the concept of Micronauts and the name Micronauts is great. What a great name for a book. Cherry Pepsi, Dr. Pepper barks. Ooh, you're a Pepsi guy, huh? Again, respectfully disagree with that. I do love me Dr. Pepper. That's my favorite soda. Rocky botched the Michael Jordan quote. Did I? Maybe it's not Michael Jordan like the basketball player, right? Dang it. I was using your own words with that Michael choice, so I don't know. Where's the manager? I need a We're good. This is the show, man. Who is in charge of this show? George Michael? No. I do like some George Michael songs. He is not my favorite, but I do like some George Michael songs. I will not lie. They're really catchy. I like Garlic Knots. Garlic Knots, Micronauts. Oh, okay, so this was G.I. Joe yearbook. That's yearbook number 2, for those of you who are wondering. Michael Golden. And then, I don't even know. I don't have the space for this. How am I going to do this? This is a ginormous book. This is the artist edition. This is how big a regular comic book is, and this is how big... Here, I'll do it sideways, like you can see how large. This is how large that artist edition is. But you can see... I'm sure you guys know the character Rogue, right? R-O-G-U-E, not Rocky, like a lot of people call me Rogue on chats and streams. But Rogue, Michael Golden is one of the co-creators of Rogue. He was the first artist to draw her. So yeah, he's a big deal. Michael Knots. I love it. Michael Jordan. Yes, the basketball star. I thought Jordan... Didn't Michael Jordan have a D-A-N? Isn't it spelled D-A-N? Michael Jordan? Okay, what is this video? I was talking about George Michael Bluth. I do like that George Michael. I love that show. Arrested Development. That was a good show. Okay, what is this? Should I watch this? Hold on. I'm gonna pause my Michael Bolton music. What is this, John? Oh.
Stop it. Get some help. I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
That's great.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it.
Hilarious. Michael Jordan. Not Rogue Groomsman. Yes. There's a new figure that came out. Do you guys keep up with, do you guys know Mondo? They do a lot of like collector's figures and collector's vinyl records and collector posters. They had a huge upheaval maybe about 2 years ago where the owners, I think the original founders of them left or they got bought out or something. They became a little bit more corporate, and a lot of people didn't like that because they were so indie and they just curated a lot of cool collectors stuff. They do like limited runs on posters. A lot of cool poster things came out. A lot of like Star Wars posters and what came out from Mondo. Anyway, the company's still around. I don't think the original founders are part of it anymore, but they still do like limited edition collectors figures and vinyls and posters, etc., whatnot. But they've been recently releasing, let me call it up because it's worth a look. Let's see if I can do this. I need my, oh wait, I'm going to switch to, before I do this, so you don't watch me type. How weird would that be? And then we'll look at the Michael Golden Artist Edition. And then I'll let you guys go. Because this stream has just gone all over the map. Yes. Okay. John says, yes, Rocky, I misspelled Jordan. Yep. That's okay. Rogue, Jordan, that's all right. I melted Rogue in the yellow suit, not the all green. I melted Rogue in the yellow suit, not the all green. You melted? George the Giant Slayer. Got some gelatinous chicken on the bone, some veggies, and you've got a stew going. Glad Comrade Sammy missed my misspelling. Was she big on spelling? Those people in the chat, man, they're on top of those things. Mondo does great figurines. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to do a screen share really quick. Are you a grammar teacher, John? That's hilarious. Okay, so let's see. Let me get this right. 1 second. Is this... Okay, cool. But turn this off. And... Okay, so this is Mondo, for you who don't know. But they just came out with this figure. The Rogue 1/6 scale figure. So these are the X-Men animated series. Have you guys seen this? They're really good. I wasn't a big fan of the animated series, to be honest. I was more of a Batman the Animated Series guy. And, wow, this is kind of connecting to what I said earlier. And I wonder if I should follow through with this comment because it's going to kind of, yeah, it doesn't matter. So the animated series, this animated series was kind of ruined for me because I grew up with the first iteration that I saw of X-Men animated was called Pride of the X-Men. And it was a one-shot pilot that was released in the 80s, I think late 80s. And it came out around the same time like Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends was in full swing. And then when I had heard they were doing an X-Men animated series or a pilot, I was like, what? And I remember like waiting for when it debuted on TV on Saturday morning. And then I saw it and it was so good, Pride of the X-Men. And part of the reason it was so good was it was animated in Japan. They got a Japanese studio to do the whole thing. And it's a self-contained pilot episode, and apparently it never turned into a series. The intent was to turn it into a series, but for whatever reason, whether it was too expensive or what have you, it didn't hit well. They never turned it into series, and I was super bummed by that because the show Pride of the X-Men was so good, so well done. So fast forward to the late 90s, they came out with X-Men the Animated Series. And it didn't look as good as the Pride of the X-Men. Oh, I do remember talking about this on stream now. I do remember. Sorry, I'm not repeating myself. I'm getting senile. But if for those of you who didn't hear, it never lived up to the Pride of the X-Men for me. So I never totally got into it. But anyway, Mondo's releasing these figures based on that animated show, and they're actually very excellent, really well made. And then this is the latest one that they announced. $235, guys. But look how cool that is. And part of me wanted to get it because I've always had a connection with Rogue. I loved her as a character. Her many iterations as a character. I thought she went through a lot of great like character arcs and personality changes and whatnot. I loved her design, her look, the skunk hair, her accent, everything just was amazing for me. She was like a super hot character for a teen boy growing up. And also everybody when I was growing up would always confuse my name for her, for Rogue. And I never took it as an insult because I liked her character so much. So fast forward now to me now as an adult, and this figure comes out, and I'm like, dang it, this figure's really cool. Maybe I should get it. Then I can put it in my background during my streams. Haven't seen those. Dangerous, right? Dangerous. They're all about like, let's say 150, 250 range, but they're very articulated. And they come with all these, like, look at these, all these extras they come with, like different replacement heads. And then if you buy the more expensive one, it comes with these versions like Cyclops Optic Blast here. This is her like X-Men Evolution head, which I never liked that series. This is her winking. And then a Sentinel head. Come on. A smoking Sentinel head. So cool. Look how big that is. That is an awesome size. That is just cool. That's the coolest figure. Very tempting. They are not cheap. Nope, they're not. See, if I made money off of YouTube, I would use it towards... That's the goal. I got to make money off of YouTube so that I can use it to buy Mondo figures. Only reason. If I can make just enough money to buy Mondo figures. They actually released a Juggernaut figure. Let me see if I can find it. I was so tempted to get the Juggernaut. It's not in this line. I don't think it's part of the X-Men, the animated series line. It was just kind of a fun Juggernaut to do. And where is it? I have this one. Do I have this one? I have one of the He-Mans. They did some great Batman the Animated Series. Look at that great Man-Bat. So cool. They have got awesome sculptors. Where's that Juggernaut? This She-Ra toy is awesome. Ooh, I love there. Look at that Juggernaut. Is that guy cool or what? So cool. Yeah, I don't think this is part of the animated line because he's a little bit more cartoony, but he's really cool. I didn't get him though. Fun. I love the photos they take too. A real kind of dramatic. Yeah, you didn't miss anything, Comrade Sammy. Just talking crazy weird stuff. Was that the Boomer and Wolverine series? Yes. Boomer. Wait, Boomer. Was it? You're repeating what? Disney Plus going to show the 2011 X-Men Japanese series. Oh, okay. I know that Netflix, I think Netflix, you can watch some of those Japanese versions of X-Men. Yeah, you can watch some of those Japanese versions of X-Men. Like, I think they have a Wolverine series that was Japanese. And the Japanese do their own take too, which is awesome. You could just get your hair done like... No. I don't think that'll work. Boomer and Wolverine went to Japan and did a whole Who is Psylocke series, I think. Oh. Was it Boomer? Or... Are you talking about Jubilee? Boomer? I know there's a character Boom Boom, and she kind of had fireworks things. She was more affiliated with the New Mutants. Then there was there a character named Boomer? Or are you thinking of Jubilee? I could be totally off base here. The replacement heads look great, right? Very cool. And I just love the sculpt. I mean, granted, I didn't like some of the designs from the X-Men animated series, but they make them look very appealing the way that Mondo's doing them. Booty. Yes, that was part of it. Not worth $130 though. Yeah. I mean, that limited edition of Rogue is $230. So I think they know that one's going to be a popular. Is there a bum attachment? No, it's part of it. It's there. They did a Wolverine. They did this Gambit. It's pretty cool too. I love the accessories that Mondo gives too. It's fun. Like they do like these staging these things with the other figures, like all the lighting. It's awesome. I just love the size. There's a great Jubilee right there. She's great. I never liked that character, but she's cool. Mon ami. You guys are funny. Boomer was Asian and shot light explosions. I think it's Jubilee. Yeah. I think that's Jubilee. Boomer is like me when I'm trying to figure out technical stuff on this stream. Boom Boom. Yes, Boom Boom had explosion powers. She had like bombs. So the difference was Jubilee technically shot out fireworks out of her hands. Boom Boom had timed bombs, and she would count. Like she'd throw them, and then she'd count 3, 2, 1, and they'd blow up. They're kind of the same. They were kind of both annoying, to be honest. Hey, Sumo Thuri. The limited edition says sold out, doesn't it? For Rogue? Probably. Usually the limited editions, they time it. Well, let's see. This is pre-order for... This is the regular one. Where's the limit? Here's the limited edition. Yep, sold out. Yep. I get their email, and so I know when they're coming out, and I could potentially buy all the limited editions when they come out. Like I have enough time to do it, but I couldn't do it. It's too expensive. I can't do it with toys. I'm kind of reserve my money for comic books. Like this thing that, and like I said, I'll unbox it when it comes out. This thing that Shanth sent me. The link he sent me, like it was a pretty penny. It wasn't $235, but it was still not cheap. And but I was like, I gotta spend it because it's just too good. Good to see you, Sumo Thori. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for being here. I'm just doing a callback to making up words to remember. Boomer. Yes, it's our new character, Boomer. Marvel What The was hilarious. Yeah, that was good. I did like that. There's not much books out there like Marvel What The. I remember collecting those. Those are super fun. Is Boom Boom a ripoff of Bam Bam? No. Bam Bam was Flintstones. Maybe the name Boom Boom. Boom Boom was super... She was too on the nose of the fashion back then. So she looks really dated now. And she was just obnoxious. She was just an obnoxious character. And I feel like Jubilee was at least Jubilee had a little bit more depth, but I never really liked her. She was more annoying to me than essential. Not like Kitty Pryde. Maybe Kitty Pryde if I was older when I started reading the X-Men when Kitty Pryde came out. Maybe she would have been annoying to me too, but she was perfect. Like, I loved her character. I got the Man at Arms. Nice. Yeah, that one's a good one. I remember that one being a good one. Technically, Rocky, Jubilee shot out Technically, Rocky, Jubilee shot out globules of plasma. She was usually under... Yeah, she was. She really was. I liked that she was Asian, and it wasn't like hit you on the head Asian. It was just... She was because Jim Lee drew her, created her, or was one of the creators. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I never liked her. These Japanese sweet... You're still on the sweet potatoes. Hit that like, everyone. It's easy to forget. Thank you, Mark's Music Obsession. And thank you, everyone who has hit the like already. Yeah, it's great. It's great. I was just thinking about... I just watched an awesome stream today. Not stream. An awesome video today by an artist named Jake Parker. For anybody who for anybody who... Was I in the wrong mode this whole time? Hold on. Okay. For anybody who knows his channel, or you can look it up on YouTube. Somebody can put in the link in the chat if you want. But Jake Parker, he's an artist he's worked in animation and comics. Great guy. I don't know him, but he seems like a great guy, and he puts out very, very good work. And he's crowdfunded a few books too. He's just an incredible artist. Anyway, he one of the things that he does is he gives advice, and I think he has some classes, online classes that you can sign up for about what it means to create content for YouTube and how do you connect with your audience and whatnot. But he also puts out a lot of free videos and just his advice of his own experience. And so he just recently put out a great video about the difference between fans and followers. And this might sound too like behind the scenes for you guys. I hope not. But it spoke to me because oftentimes when you start creating stuff for YouTube, you have in your mind like, oh, I got to get X amount of followers and blah, 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 and that'll build into this and all this kind of stuff. And I'll help get monetized. There's 1,000 videos that are about all that stuff. And it can be overwhelming at times. It's not really why I started doing this. I started doing this just because, one, Shanth was encouraging me to do it. And two, I just love talking about the things that I'm passionate about. And specifically for this channel, it's like comic stuff, right? So yeah, and I enjoy watching what other people have to say about comics. And when they share comics, that's very enjoyable for me to watch and learn about. And I get a lot of my news and my information about comics through streams and YouTube now. So that's a big reason why I started it. And I realized that, yes, I want to continue to grow this channel and get more followers and subscribers and engage with the audience. But I don't, and I've said this before, I don't want people just to follow and subscribe just for the numbers, right? I want people to be here who enjoy being here and who for whatever reason, like the content that I'm putting out there. So that's why I appreciate you guys in the chat. Maybe some of you guys are diehard comic book people. Maybe you're not, but those of you that do frequent a lot and come in here a lot, I know you guys just like the community and the chat and interacting with me as we talk about just random stuff that comes up during a stream. And that is the most fulfilling, rewarding thing, is actually having authentic connection with you guys and building up like this community or this, social interaction that we have over YouTube. So I'm so appreciative of you guys showing up and liking and subscribing and all that. And as much as I can continue to grow this channel and get more people to watch, I hope that those people feel the same thing and they're not just here to just hit a like. I'm sure there will be people that come by that do that, and that's fine. But I really appreciate those of you that really want to be here and enjoy being here, because I don't want to like fake it just to get hits. I don't want to, jump through the hoops to get 20 more subscribers. I want to just continue to be passionate about the stuff that I am and talk about the things that I do and hopefully attract the audience that wants to be here. So that's my little soapbox. Let me clear up in the chat here. I'm going to go through the rest of the chat and try and catch up. And then I got to run. I actually got to go pick up one of my kids from school. I hated Kitty Pryde. She had lame powers. All right, fair enough. I understand that. That's like, we can get into the debate of the Ewoks, right? There's people that hated the Ewoks, and there's people like myself that love the Ewoks. And there was different reasons for that. And I think part of it had to do with age. Just like people hated Jar Jar Binks, and some people, well, let me correct that. I don't think anybody liked Jar Jar Binks. It didn't matter what age. I don't think anybody liked that character. But yes, I understand how Kitty Pryde could have been annoying to people or didn't like it. And that's kind of how Jubilee was like for me. Juggernaut looks like the He-Man that launches. Yes, Ram Man. Absolutely. Jim Lee created Jubilee. He was the artist on for Jubilee. I think he was the first one to draw her. was either him or Mark Silvestri, but I'm pretty sure it was Jim Lee, because he made her Asian, and he's Asian. Yes, I think so. I think so. Look it up. I could be wrong, but I think so. She's one of my favorite X-Men before they made her a vampire. They made Jubilee a vampire? Really? See, I think also, wait, now that I think of it, Jim Lee, Jubilee, I think that's a connection there. But they made her a vampire? Really? Oh, I didn't know that. You have to do the Simpsons comic book guy. Yes, it's the best character. What mode was Rocky in? I don't know, something crazy. Kitty was the OG snowflake. No one could hurt her. That's true. But like, I mean, we can get into this in another stream, I think, because I do have to run. But that power kind of reflected her personality, and it was like an outward expression of what she was going through internally. Like she was trying to avoid getting hurt, and there was a lot of stories that were around her, like, being invisible. Not that she was physically invisible, but not being able to be touched. Like they had that whole romance thing with Colossus and them touching and being able to all that kind of stuff. Like they played with so many metaphors in that. I loved that. It was really, really smart. Randos showed in your chat. Yeah, I'm not big enough that randos do show up yet, which is good. Many big channels are losing monetized for no reason. Yeah, you're just kind of, if you're chasing it for the money side of it, I mean, it works. Some people can do. I'm not that kind of person. I can't generate that kind of fever. So I'm not even trying to do that. I'm just trying to do stuff that I enjoy, that I like, that I want to see. I blame 2024. There's a lot to blame 2024. If you're a rando, follow John. Oh boy. Oh dear. Shanth brought me here, and now Rocky streams more than him. That's not saying much, but you know what? We're gonna ping pong back and forth. Me and Shanth, we're working together, man. We are joined at the hip. Oh, gee whiz, Rocky's getting on. I know. Is that not? Maybe that's not good. I'm kind of like that though, unfortunately. Hey, what's up, K-pop junkie? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Good to see you. Good to see you. My first redacted. K-pop junkie. Sumo. Saying hi. Hey. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm wrapping it up here, K-pop junkie, but I'm really good to see you pop in here. We just had a random stream on a Wednesday, and I actually enjoyed the uploading stream that I had when I was uploading my video on Friday. And if I get a video by Friday, I might do that again, guys. So maybe I'll stream again on Friday. But stay tuned. I hate the Ewoks, but love them. Hey, there you go. There you go. Jubilee is Morbin time. Yeah, I'll have to look that up. Her turning into a vampire. That's crazy. I didn't know that. They made Jubilee in the aftermath. Oh, okay. So the House of M stuff, all that stuff, like that was... I had taken a break from comics. I had fallen off of comics at that time. So there's a huge gap in my knowledge of what happened. I know they had the Moira McTaggart verse or whatever that was. Like I read that graphic novel series. But yeah, it was kind of crazy. Blame Shanth. I will always blame Shanth. K-pop's future stream. Nice. Oh, cool. K-pop, you got a stream? I got to check that out. I will check that out. See what's up with that. Oh, and speaking of which, it's not speaking of which, but I just remembered Cranberry. I was looking up Animal Man, the New 52, and my library only carries, I think, volume 3 and 4. They didn't have 1 or 2, so I haven't quite found that series yet, but I'm still looking, so stay tuned. Follow K-pop, she makes stuff. House of M was terrible. Okay. Was that the Moira McTaggart one? That was confusing for me a little bit, so I don't know. I was just trying to fill it in. But there's, like I said, there's a huge, I had a huge drop off on that series, on any of the X books at that time, or any comics at that time, so I fell behind quite a bit. All right, everybody. I do have to go take off and pick up my kid. But thanks for joining me today. It was good seeing you, or good chatting with you guys all. And I will be I'm working on a few things. I'm working on that new video for the other comic book store, Invisible Jet Comics. So stay tuned for that. Should be done with that in hopefully a few days, a couple days. I will be recording a My Wednesday Comics, I think tonight. And maybe I'm going to do Michael Golden because you guys just saw me live stream the books I picked up today. So I might do Michael Golden. And I will blame the chat for that. But that would be a nice lead-in for Mark's music obsession. If you go to Pensacon, you'll be all filled up on Michael Golden stuff. And then if I do have a Michael Golden video to post on My Wednesday Comics to post on Friday, then maybe I'll do an uploading stream. Maybe, if you guys like that. And then I got to do a draw stream. Dang it! I've just been super busy. I'm working on some stuff. With work and also some side projects. So I was too busy to do a draw stream, but I've got to do it. I've got the setup. I just got to do it. So I will. I promise. Anyway, thanks everybody. God bless you guys all. Thanks so much. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for visiting. And this is a good one. Ending it with Comrade Sammy, Vida Zane. Take care, you guys. Talk to you later.